Something that I've added to my routines lately is a cup of spearmint tea. It's organic spearmint tea every single night, like literally every single night. And I love it because it's supposed to help a lot with inflammation and acne. And I really feel like it's helping. I really, really do. And it's just like a sweet way to kind of finish my day off with something that's very cleansing, which is why I bring it up. Why I bring this beverage up, because that is the theme of today. All right. Welcome to 2025. Welcome to the new year. I am literally so excited that you're here. And I'm excited because this is an episode about something that can truly transform your new year. All right. Cleaning your space. In the Bible, because we're going to start there, we're reminded that our surroundings affect our mindset. All right. And a cluttered space can often create a cluttered mind. So, what better time, genuinely, than the new year to give your home, your environment, and just like your life a little fresh, clean slate. All right. So we're gonna dive into how cleaning your space can really release you of all the things, okay? Because it's important. Our environment plays a big role on how we feel and what we're able to accomplish. All right. So I said the Bible talks about this. The Bible talks about the idea of order in our lives. 1 Corinthians 14:40 says, "But all things should be done decently and in order." Genuinely, I don't think any of us ever look at when we're messy and be like, yes, this is it. This is the time that I am thriving. It just doesn't work that way, because a clean and organized space, it creates a peaceful environment that can foster clarity and productivity and peace, genuinely. All right. So it's not just making your home look good for other people or for yourself, even. All right. It's about creating this space that you can thrive in and focus and experience his presence in a fresh way. And that starts with a clean space. Okay. So let's get started with this. All right. Cleaning your environment. I know that when my space is messy, I feel scattered and stressed and really unproductive. But when my space is clear and organized, I feel so much more at peace. And so here is how you're going to clean your space. All right. I'm going to go through a checklist. We're going to go through a checklist together. This is like the most random thing, but I swear it is so satisfying. So as you're listening, kind of be thinking about what spaces you need to clean, and maybe even start a good deep clean right now. All right. Because there's nothing better than a deep clean with a podcast playing. All right, decluttering. I love decluttering, especially the spaces that feel super overwhelming. All right, so here are a couple examples. Your desk, where you work, whether it is at home, whether it's at school, or whether it is at your place of career, that is a space that you are supposed to be working in. You gotta declutter it. There's a bunch of stuff on there that you don't need. You don't need all of those things. Take them away. Only the things that you need on there is so helpful. I think that's something that I learned on my space. I literally have a coaster, my computer, and the camera holding for this podcast. That's all I got right now. That's all I got. Because there is something so freeing about a decluttered space. And I'm not necessarily advocating for a minimalist style, because I think that that's up to people. Sorry, I'm wearing leather pants and so I'm moving around a lot. It's fine. That's up to you on what your style is. But when it comes to places that you're working, you really don't want clutter. You really don't. Okay. Your kitchen counters. Oh, there's nothing I hate more than clutter on counters in the kitchen. Now, I do have a little bit of decor. I have some cute cutting boards set up. I've got obviously my coffee station, but I don't know why. In my head, it's a rule of thumb. You should not have anything like more than half, taking up more than half of your kitchen counter. Like it's got to be far enough where I got space to work. If I need to go cut up some vegetables, I'm not like freaking out, do I have space to cut up vegetables? All that clutter, you don't need to see it. It doesn't need to be out. Utilize a pantry, utilize your cabinets, or get some nice storage containers or something that it's not cluttered. That's really, really important. Your closets. I know. We're all just sitting there nodding our heads. The closet. Yep, yep, yep. For me, it is our guest room closet. This is my space that I am tackling this year, okay? Because we all have it. We all have a space, whether we're in a dorm room or a massive mansion, that we just kind of put stuff. You look at it, you're like, I don't know where this goes. It's going in the closet. It's going in that drawer. You know what I'm talking about. Here's the thing. You probably don't need most of the things in there, truthfully. And it's not doing anybody good. If you watch Friends, it's called the Monica like closet. There's this closet in the back that like way late in the seasons, they're finally like, what's behind this door? And she like won't let anyone go in there. And it's because when you open it, everything just falls out. Not that bad for me personally, but man. Also, my closet where I keep my clothes. When I have all of my clothes out and there's laundry on the floor, dirty and clean because I haven't folded it, and shoes are disarray and there's accessories all over. My gosh, there is nothing worse than trying to pick out an outfit in there. It's just really a bummer. So, as you're going through all of this, my suggestion is don't do this all at once. Start space by space, space by space. Trust me, because you're gonna get tired and you don't want your whole house in disarray. Take it all out. Take it all out of that room. All of it. Every single thing. This could be your pantry. It could be your fridge. It could be a closet. It could literally be your desk at work. Take it all off. And then you are super intentional with what you put back. Ask yourself, do I use this? And then, oh my gosh, who's that lady? Oh, I can't remember. She had a Netflix special about organization stuff. And you like ask yourself, does this bring me joy? Does this bring me joy? Do I use it? Like, for example, I had a box of all of these posters that people had made me for volleyball through the years. And I had had falling outs with some of them, as you know, most high school and middle schoolers are. So every time I looked at it, I kind of got anxiety because I was like, oh my gosh, like, I wonder if that person still hates me. Or they were also posters that like boyfriends had made me. And I'm like, oh geez, okay, that relationship did not end well and I was not a good person and all this stuff. And I just like got anxiety every time, but I was like, no, we must be sentimental and we must keep because someday I'm going to want this. Let's be honest. Let's be so for real. What am I ever going to do with that? What am I ever going to do with that? And it brings me anxiety because I think of all my failures and it sends me down that giant hole of like remembering all of the awkward moments I had when I was in high school and middle school. Yep, not worth it. Not worth it, okay? So, it's okay. Let it go. It might sound like a lot of work, but this process is seriously so freeing. And you get the biggest sense of accomplishment. There is nothing more satisfying to me than filling up garbage bags and tossing it and tossing it. And there's something so nice about it doing that in the new year. Oh, it's freeing. It really, really is. Okay. So now everything's decluttered. We have donation bags, we have trash bags, and all of our things are put back in maybe not complete organization, but you know what? We at least know we want this stuff actually. We actually are going to use it. All right. So now it's time for the deep clean. This is when we are going to wipe down all of the surfaces. We are going to vacuum every nook and cranny, and we are going to dust each corner, each surface. All right. And I love this process so much. Cleaning supplies. Let's talk about it. I love Branch Basics so much. That is what I tend to use for everything. Genuinely, I use it for my laundry. I don't use it for dishes. I will say that. I use Cascade for dishes, which I kind of hate about myself. But man, if there is one thing I hate more than using Cascade, it's dishes and doing them. And Cascade makes it so I just don't really have to because it just does it for me. It really does. It cleans the dishes nicely. So, anyways, all of that to say, I use Branch Basics for my general all purpose cleaner, my bathroom cleaner, and all of that. Now, Matt personally does not love Branch Basics because it doesn't have a scent. Now, that's strategic because we don't want fake scents in our home. It's super toxic to us, very carcinogenic, causes all sorts of health problems. It's actually insane to me because we switched all of that out. And so now it is all completely scent free and it's like really, really good stuff. When I go into someone's home and I can smell the Glade plugins or I can smell the Clorox wipes, I get a headache. And guys, oh, I hate that I'm saying that because I used to think, no, you don't. To people who would say that, I'd be like, no, you don't. That is so fake. It's all in your head. But no. You could put me into multiple houses, and I could literally tell you what they're using. And it's actually the same for like detergents now. Like if I'm like hugging someone, I can smell the detergent on their clothes and it gives me a headache. It really, really does. I swear it's true. I swear it's true. But it says a lot. Like these are just things that I don't really want in my body or in my home. So I use Branch Basics. Matt actually recently came to me and said that while he was living at the military base, he noticed a difference in the cleaning supplies and in the detergents and all of that they were using. And he was like, you were right. Like, I did not feel as good as when I do at home. Like, it makes a difference. And let me tell you, the fact that that boy said that, wild. Absolutely wild. Because that's how you know it's true. Like he is the most stubborn person ever, and he admitted he was wrong. So just gonna throw that out there. So I use that for my cleaning. I love a good Shark vacuum. That's the vacuum I use for everything. It detaches. It's a good little handheld one. It is also not plug-in, so it's cordless. And I love a good cordless vacuum when I can't reach it with my Roomba. The thing that we splurged on, I think it was last year, was getting ourselves a Roomba. It's well, I guess it's technically a shark version, and so we call him Tony Shark. Marvel people get it. And so Tony goes around and vacuums things up for the most part. That's like my daily vacuum. But Tony's not really getting into like the corners and the nitty gritty and like all of the spaces necessarily on a weekly basis. So that's really helpful. And then what I will do during this, even though it's cold, now it's not that cold because it's Texas, I open some windows while I'm doing this. I really do. I will turn off the heat, or if I'm doing this, I love to do this at all times in the year. So whatever temperature is, I turn off it. I will open the windows up for a little bit and just get some fresh air going. So nice, so satisfying. It really, really helps to get some fresh air going while you're cleaning because you're really like moving some dust particles and there's a lot going on. And if you aren't toxic free with your cleaning supplies, I really encourage you to open your windows. All right. So that's what I do, and it's amazing. So again, because we're going to tie in some verses here, Proverbs 24:30 through 31 says, I passed by the field of the sluggard, by the vineyard of a man lacking sense, and behold, it was overgrown, and its stone was broken down. Now, I think I don't want this to be mistaken as we need a clean space to impress other people. But I do think having a clean space is a sign of stewarding your possessions well and caring for what you have, which is a biblical thing. All right. When we let things go unchecked, they can really start to feel like thorns in our lives and it will crumble other areas. But taking the time to clean and restore a space is an act of care and is an act of stewardship of really like taking what God has given you and treating it with the dignity it deserves. All right. So now everything is decluttered, everything is cleaned. This is usually when I am on the brink of exhaustion because it has been a long freaking couple of hours. I'm tired and it's a lot. So now my goal is to just make it peaceful. All right. I will go and I have a lot of those like fake candles where I can just turn them on, but I recently got the Abundant Living candle. As you guys know, I did an Abundant Living candle with June and Bloom. All right. And this is a soy based candle with all toxin completely free. And it's a ceramic base, so it's not putting out plastics into anything. Super, super high quality. And so great. And it actually has a little bit of essential oils for, oh, I forget what it's called, but it like helps you feel very relaxed and like peaceful. It has it in there. So when you burn it, it emits that and it's like actually helpful in the air. So if you want to go get your Abundant Living candle, literally June and Bloom, love it so much. 10 out of 10. I will light this at this time because it's really a great time, or I will turn on some of my fake candles, maybe a little mix of both. If I can, I would love some good fresh flowers at this point now. It's just so satisfying to have a fresh bouquet. My favorite are the chrysanthemums. I absolutely love those. Just putting those like in a little short, small vase and then having those big, big white flowers coming out. Oh, I love it so much. Super, super nice. That's going to help really bring me joy, make me feel calm. If I'm not burning a real candle, I will do a diffuser or I'll turn on my air purifier. I have two in the house. I absolutely love the air purifiers, especially if the windows are staying closed more often in the winter or in the heat of the summer, getting that air purifier going, super, super satisfying. Okay. And this now is starting to really feel like a sanctuary, a place that I'm going to feel safe and rested and inspired. So, my challenge to you is to take a few moments to really think about space in your home or in your work environment. Like I said, this is good to do wherever you're spending lots of time. So at school, work, whatever space you have control of. Um, and what can you tackle? What's the first step to kind of creating some order and creating peace in your environment? Because environment matters. It's really important. And yeah, I hope this inspired you. I hope this kind of makes you excited to clean your space and to take control of it. And it's a really fun project to do throughout January if you want to break it up a little bit. So happy 2025 and let's do it.